Today in farming and economy news, um, looks like John Deere announces nearly 600 layoffs. Yay! John Deere is laying off nearly 600 employees as farm equipment manufacturing deals with declining demand. Deere confirmed Monday that the production positions being cut are concentrated at two factories in Iowa and one at its home base in Moline, Illinois, where 280 employees will be laid off effective August 30th. A combined 310 workers will be laid off at the Iowa locations. So later in the article, it talks about how they're going to be moving their skid steer and tractor loader manufacturing from a facility in Dubuque, Iowa, to Mexico by the end of 2026. So to me, that reads John Deere's looking to minimize the expenses because regulations are driving them out of the country. Also, expenses are driving them out of the country because Mexico labor is a lot less expensive than American labor. I remember a president not too long ago promising or indicating that he would return manufacturing to America, or at least try. And he promised to do so by a lot of different things, tax incentives, lowering regulation, other things like that. And it was working. And then an election happened, and now we have a new president that cares nothing about manufacturing and he seems to be actively trying to send all of our manufacturing out of the country and drive all of our workers out of their jobs. It's really sad. I don't think that also, let me go back, a decline in the amount of John Deere's being purchased, that might be because farmers are also feeling the pinch. It's really, really difficult for farmers to make it the way they've always been farming. And why is that? Well, we get really cheap beef from Australia and from Canada and from South America. And so beef farmers, they haven't really adjusted for inflation. Their money or their revenue has been going down consistently forever. I think it's I think since 1970 they have not kept up with inflation. That's just beef farming. If you look at the different grains, it's either the same or they're making less for the amount of grain that they produce. And if you're a farmer, you can only squeeze a rock and get so much blood out. That's just how it is. And farmers can try and cut their expenses and cut their expenses and cut their expenses, but eventually they need to make some money somewhere. And because of the crazy trade deals that we had, like NAFTA, it's really, really hurt manufacturing and production in the United States. And things need to change that way. I need to research this a little bit more, but I've heard that we actually subsidize the Chinese when they ship stuff to us. Why we subsidize this shipping, I don't know. And I'll need to verify that. But it wouldn't shock me. Our government is subsidizing everybody, it seems. I would prefer that the government not subsidize anyone and we just get to keep our money. Own personal opinion there, but what do I know? But yeah, so John Deere is cutting some employees and going to Mexico. Shrinkflation is happening throughout the nation, and Bidenflation is just doing great. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Comment down below.